I'm here to do a little introduction to my video, just so that you know a little bit more about me and we get to know each other a little bit that way. I hope that you will enjoy this demo. I'm going to be painting some columbine flowers from a photograph and show you the process I'm doing it by. Different than the paintings that I do a lot of that are similar to the one I'm showing you on the wall behind me. Now that particular painting is the style that I like to paint in, at least in the sense that I like to paint directly without drawing and just do a more spontaneous type of painting. But actually the one I'm doing today, because I don't have the use of my telephone and camera at the same time, or my phone and camera, and anyway, it worked out that I just went ahead and sketched it in lightly, and you won't be able to see very well as far as the lines, but the whole process is a little bit different, and I'll explain it as I go. So I hope that you'll join me and paint along, or be able to gather some information that is helpful in your art journey. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome. I will be sketching a little bit here in the beginning for today's demonstration. As I mentioned in the introduction, I do not usually sketch and prefer to draw or to paint more directly with the paint, and maybe just block in a few shapes with the paint. But today I'm drawing because I did not have a photo, but now that I do have a photo of the flowers that I'm painting from, I'll put that up in the right-hand corner here. Okay, I'll put it to the right there. That'll even work better. And you can see the photograph I'm working from. You can't see my drawing very well at this point, and I guess at this point I'm just going to say what I'm doing here if you can't really see the drawing. I do the drawing lightly because I do sometimes use acrylic paint on paper a little bit more like watercolor. I don't like to see the lines if I don't have to, but the lines are there today, and we will work around painting the big shapes. I'll be painting in the background first. A lot of times I do paint the negative space, so to speak, before I paint the positive. I have drawn this down in a way that helps me do that. I don't have to think that much about what I'm putting down right now. It does make it easier in that sense to be able to talk a little bit when you're painting, or think about something else. Maybe you want to talk on the phone a little bit while you're painting, and I think if you're doing a direct paint to paper without a drawing, it's a lot harder to multitask. I'm putting paint down some blue, or let's see, I have some violet, kind of a purple. I don't know what that color was. Sometimes I keep track of my brands of colors and different names of colors, but I do have some cadmium yellow, medium, light yellow, some white, of course, always plenty of white, and some manganese blue. So those are the colors I'm working with. Basically trying to do a lilac in the flower. The columbine flower has a very light lilac in it, so the white and the purple will give me the different values in the lilac area. We can do different intensities with these three colors, or four colors, I guess. just by mixing some colors together, creating a gray. The yellow and the purple will create a bit of a gray. And adding white, we can vary the different values of the gray or the lilac or whatever. So I found as I painted this that I needed very few colors to kind of represent and paint something in a satisfying way. I go ahead and tape down the edges because I do like the white edge that happens when you take the paint or the tape away. I will start by just kind of doodling around probably. Sometimes you loosen up that way, and that's a good way to start. Just, you're going to paint some blues and greens in the background. So I triple load my brush and sort of play with the paint a little bit to see the mixture of the paint. Is it creating a bright green, a dull green? And of course I've just got blue and yellow, so I'm getting a pretty bright green. And I'm already starting to paint around the subject. And that, even though you could say the leaves are also subjects, but the main subject is the flower. So we're painting around the shape of the petals of the flower and just putting in some background color. The green in the background is representing, of course, the different greens that I've seen in the garden when I took this picture, the photograph that you see to the right. Of course, the artist can take liberty and change things. So if I create a blue in the background that wasn't actually there, it can still help balance and create light. Blue is, especially a light blue, really represents atmosphere and represents sky. So by putting in the green, I'm representing background, and acrylic paint is such that you can let it dry a little and put another color right over the top, and you're pretty good, especially if if you're trying to put a warm color over a warm color. And so if I put blue over some of the green, that'll work just fine. So I'm in here sort of going around these different flower parts, the parts that I drew in from doing the sketch, the shapes that were representative of this particular flower. I don't know all my flower parts, but these are the parts that really do show up when you look at a columbine. And so I wanted to get those down and put it down on paper in a satisfactory composition. I'll go to a little bit of music now, and we can relax and paint if you're painting along with me, or just watch. I will probably speed it up a little bit. Okay, you'll notice as I'm putting in the blue behind the flowers and continuing to work in that negative space, that blue color is being dispersed out in a balanced way so that your eye will move around the whole painting. And I continue to develop that by working on the whole painting at once, trying not to just finish one area of the background, but instead trying to work on the whole background and consider the whole thing. And sometimes I do then, like you see me here, jump into working because of the paint being a wetter paint in the background. Maybe some of it's still thick and wet. I will start working on the subject. So I'm putting in the lilac and the white in the petals of the flower. And again, I'm anticipating the fact that there's going to be shadows, and those shadows will be created by a duller, lower intensity, but maybe a darker value of the same color. So the lilac on the petal of the flower will have different shadows, and some of those will be represented by a darker value of the lilac color. Now I'm putting in the yellow, the light yellow in the center petals. There's 5 center petals and 5 outer petals. And as you can see in the photograph, there's sort of a light and a dark within the yellow part of the flowers. So to have your brush kind of double charged or triple charged with a darker yellow and maybe a white and a light yellow, it's going to give you sort of a variegated yellow and will represent a little bit of those 2 different yellows that we're seeing in the flower. I continue to try and simplify as I paint. I'm not concerned too much with putting my paint on smoothly. If it's built up a little bit, that's fine with me. I don't mind going over paint and layers of paint. You could water your paint down, use it like a watercolor, but that isn't my intention. I am not working with thick paint like I would if I was working on a canvas. Since I'm working on paper, it is using the paint a little bit more sparingly. And again, because I am doing something delicate and I've drawn this on the paper, I'm not splashing different, I guess you could say, shapes on with layers of paint that I might do if I was working on a canvas. I continue to try and find those little shadow areas and indicate the darker parts behind the white part or the lilac part so that I can pop forward the lilac or the white part. This style of painting and way of painting is very relaxing. You don't have to think about what you're going to paint because you've already drawn the picture. And so I hope this is relaxing to you. I'm going to play a little bit more music, and please enjoy. painting along with me today. I've enjoyed doing this demo. Please give me comments or ask questions. I'd be glad to answer questions. And always appreciate the feedback. Like and subscribe if you can, if you have the time, the motivation to do that.